recently, Iran, with its continued missile strikes on Israel, Tel Aviv, all across Israel, they've struck a hospital. A hospital that's been well known to house IDF soldiers, also civilians as well, but mainly IDF soldiers. Now, I know at this point in time, the person we should be hearing about the most is, of course, Benjamin Netanyahu. He has come out and condemned the attack on the hospital because there are innocent civilians in there, which is quite interesting because I've been told and I've been led to believe that you can attack a hospital because there might be terrorists in there. And the IDF, well, I think they fit the definition of terrorism. This just goes to show just how completely out of touch Zionists are. I mean, their leader, their prophet, Prophet Bibi, has sat there, and he doesn't like it when hospitals are attacked. Apparently, he'll bomb every single hospital in Gaza, completely flatten it to the ground when it's full of civilians that have suffered horrific injuries from the bombing that he did in Gaza. However, when you do it to Israel, it's crossing a line. And some more horrific, I cried when I heard this news, some more horrific news. Benjamin Netanyahu's son had to postpone his wedding. I know, out of all the horrific things that have happened in that area of, Syria being bombed, Palestine being absolutely flattened to the ground with a genocide, Iran being bombed, Yemen being bombed, other areas being bombed, innocent civilians dying. The fact that he had to postpone his wedding, this is the straw that's broken the camel's back. So, sorry to hear that, BB. I mean, he might have to wait, literal days or even weeks to have his wedding, which is quite sad. So, BB Junior, whoever your name is, my heart goes out to you, man. I was gonna make the joke. I was gonna pray for you, but no, I'm not even gonna make that joke. But in all seriousness, though, this war is just going to heat up, and seeing Israel. I mean, I know I made a video a couple of days ago talking about how we shouldn't celebrate the death of innocent civilians, and how us as Muslims should be, our Aqidah, our Muslim way of life shouldn't allow us to celebrate in the deaths of innocent people, whether they're Israelis or whether they're Iranians, Muslims, Palestinians, etc. However, hearing Benjamin Netanyahu crying, hearing Benjamin Netanyahu getting a taste of his own medicine, trying not to get excited has been a real test of my character. I really, really don't want to get excited over as I said in my first video, if there are politicians and they get attacked or killed, no sympathy. If they're combat soldiers and they're getting attacked or killed, no sympathy. If they're innocent civilians, innocent Israeli children, that is sad, and we need to recognize that. However, what was the point of this video? However, seeing Israel bleed is fantastic. I'm just going to be honest. It's great, but we can't allow ourselves to devalue into what they would want. So, what I think we need to do is we need to condemn Israel outright, totally. We need to be balanced. We need to be measured. We need to be stoic. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's stories of forgiveness. There's the story of the lady who killed his uncle who he loved very much. she came to him and asked for forgiveness. Well, not she didn't ask for forgiveness. She asked to be a Muslim. He accepted her being a Muslim, but he said, "Do not be around me." And I feel we need to sort of take that mentality and that mindset to this war. We need to not dance at the idea that innocent people are going to die. We need to. It's hard to explain. Like, I guess we need to care more about our Umah and our Deen than about seeking revenge, because having revenge in our heart can burn us as well. So stay steadfast in your Deen. Make dua for the people of Iran, for the people of Palestine, for the people of Syria, for all the Muslim Ummah all over the world. Allow Allah to enact justice. It says in the Quran, at the end of the day, there will not be an atom's weight of injustice. Allah is the most just, He's the most merciful. Allow Him to enact justice on His time, and don't allow yourself to compromise your deen by salivating at the idea of Israel burning. So that's all I got to say. Subscribe, like, comment. I make daily videos. These are sort of more informal, off-the-cuff thought videos. If you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe and share with your friends. See ya.